I do not look good. Basically, I'm going to read this strip. It's about getting away with it. Okay, I look bad. I was running to the ground. But my father, when I was 9 years old, he said one of his 6 daughters is a Cuban fighter. He tells me now, fight and wash your hands. So he's an angel telling me to keep fighting. My country is running to the ground. My sons were running to the ground and killed. I'm running to the ground, and there's a permission structure, and then there's a scavenger phase of this process. So somebody was waiting for me. Well, an African American bus driver told a white guy on drugs to mug me when I arrived in Boca Raton. So there's this 35 billion a year ecosystem paying for African Americans to live free in drug rehabs and free in welfare homes while they can continue to mug me, push me out of government, etc. So I went to the law firm, I looked at the cases, very good cases. I actually believe in what I have researched. I spoke to the anthropology department at FAU, and there's a permission structure, and then I was looking at the African American culture, and I feel that it's betrayal, framing people and no values, because they framed O.J. Simpson's wife and said drug was involved, and they sent somebody to stab her. They tried to frame me Grand Theft Auto, but the gangs of African American police, they pushed me out of government and on my 5th government job, and ticketed me back to back, towed my Honda. Then they tried to frame me Grand Theft Auto in Fort Lauderdale. So they want to confine me to prison. So I have 6 people in mind to deliver my miracle package to, because the American dream, people don't want to know what's happening. They want to go to work or do their investments and go home and go to Nordstrom. That's what they want. They don't want to know what's going on. But you know, Meghan Markle has a social license to tell people what's happening. And I have a social license too, because, well, I have 5 sisters, but I grew up with 9 girls. The truth is what happens. What happened. So I had to put acronyms in this. I set it out at FAU so people could read it. Do they want United States to continue like this? I even did a trouble timeline for the USA and a trouble timeline for me. I did it for my credit union. And the African Americans can rob me and run me more into the ground. And the bus driver said, you are done. So it's a process that they're allowed to do to people. But you know, my son tested gifted at 6 years old. I think white people like African Americans because they're good at sports and music, and they get a lot of money, and then they give child support to white girls. So I do not look good. This is my last video without AI. So nobody else besides O.J. Simpson's wife has experienced what I experienced in Florida. Like I said, the African American gangs are talking to each other, so the police did something up at my condo, my house, on my government job, did something in Broward. I do survey the public because I have no family in Palm Beach County, and every time my family come into town, they have done something else to me. So Bob Marley and I have the same bioterrorism-induced cancer. So I was also researching World War III. And so 1947, they divided India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. And I just saw the EI and the AI and the videos about what happened. But really, since 1967, my country, my currency, my clan, my legacy, my kids, and myself were all running to the ground. And my lovely, gifted child, who tested gifted at 6 years old, was abused and killed. So I think I finished reading this script, this content. Let me see if I missed anything. I'll say again, I do not look good. Okay, I think I read the script. I have one that was in my USB. The truth is what happened. 1967, when the Jehovah's Witnesses came to Jamaica, they said they had the truth that leads to eternal life. But now they have 20 billion in assets, land and buildings, and I helped them build a kingdom hall. But I queried the Jehovah's Witness organization on their intranet. There's not really a field for querying them. I just put it in the field for donation. But I have to put another page on the miracle package because there was 6 pages and now there's going to be 7 pages. And I've really thought about who should have these pages. Okay, have a good day.